Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Make sure you click that thing so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime, in the between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with Don. Raul, what's up? What it do? Jerome Israel, Detroit. What's up, James? Louisville, Kentucky. Root Tahada. What's up, Root? M. Johnson, Sweet James Jones, Temple, Texas, baby. What it do? Nita B. What's up, St. Louis? We got here Juanita Bell, South Carolina. Tyree Broomfield. Salute. Yeah. Gunsling. 33able. Okay, 33able or 33able. Okay. Civilized barbarian. Civilized barbarian. Okay. Reluctant warrior, I guess. Okay. Toretta. What's up, Toretta? Sophisticated Black Strong Channel. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Safi Ali. What up, D Moo? All right, fam, going in. Shelly Cheney Floyd Jr., San Jose, California, IA. California, IA. Yeah. All right, fam. Can you say money talk and BS walk? Yeah, man. Yeah. You know. So, ABC. Oh, man. Hold on a second, fam. So, from what I understand, ABC, Disney, has reinstated Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. This after Jimmy Kimmel made some comments on Charlie Kirk's death amid backlash and potential financial losses. So it is said that ABC was expected to lose somewhere in the neighborhood of $4 billion in subscription losses. Can you say money talk and BS walk, boys and girls? Man, let me share my screen with y'all right quick. Y'all, this is boy, these companies something else, man. These companies are something else. This is why you can't ever get too tied down with them, fam, because they will sell you up the river. They don't care about nothing but money. Jimmy Kimmel Live to return to the air Tuesday after suspension for Charlie Kirk comments, ABC says. The network's decision to suspend the show last week prompted a strong backlash. ABC will be putting Jimmy Kimmel Live back on the air on Tuesday, less than a week after the show was abruptly suspended over comments made by its host. The network announced last Wednesday that the popular late-night show would be suspended indefinitely in response to Kimmel's comments about the political response to conservative activist Charlie Kirk's death. last Wednesday. This is what they said for themselves, fam. This is, oh man, I damn near threw up reading this. Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country, the Walt Disney Company, which owns ABC, said in a statement on Monday. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. In other words, let me tell you how this would have read, how this reads in real life, right? This is what, if they were honest, if they were like truth spitters, if they had a shred of integrity, this is what they would have said. In fact, they wouldn't even say that, because if they had a shred of integrity, they would have never canceled him in the first place. But this is probably what they said behind closed doors. Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid pissing off MAGA, and at an emotional time when they were in mourning, the Walt Disney Company, which owns ABC, said in a statement on Monday. It's a decision we made because we are some motherfucking cowards, and we were scared to death of what they was going to do to us. We trying to make a big deal happen. We trying to get a merger going on, and Trump got the pen to put the signature on the paper to seal the deal. So we didn't want to blow our opportunity we had. We contacted Jimmy and we told Jimmy, man, all you got to do, Jimmy, is apologize and look him in the eye. Just do what you do, Jimmy. Just sit at the desk and read the prompt, read the impromptu, like we taught you how to do, Jimmy. Just read the damn thing, man. Just read it. Read the prompts. Just read it. And all you got to do is say, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for anybody that I may have offended. I'm sorry. I got caught up. It won't happen again. That's all you got to do, Jimmy. So it was our decision that we made because we some damn cowards, and we wanted that money, man. We didn't want the money to stop flowing. We spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. And after those conversations, we realized that Jimmy was not going to apologize. At least that's what he said. He said, I ain't apologizing. I ain't donating no damn money to this charity. So after that, we started getting even more calls from people threatening to cancel their subscriptions. In fact, there's a whole movement out there to cancel us. We can't afford to lose that kind of money. Shit, everything we do for money. Man, we ain't got no integrity over here. We just want some money. Y'all messing with our money? Shit. If it's going to be money, our money versus the acquisition and counting on Trump, hey, man, we got a bird in hand. We ain't finna ruin that over something that may or may not happen. Man, we got to keep these customers that we already have, or the merger ain't going to happen anyway. So we told Jimmy, okay, man, okay, you can come back. And that's what really happened. That's the truth. But they ain't going to say that because they don't have any integrity. They do not have any integrity. These companies are all about money, man. And they like to front. They like to front like they're about the community, like they're about the people. They care about what people think in the community. Man, these companies don't give a damn about nothing but that bottom line. You can work for a company for 30 years. I don't know how long Jimmy had been with ABC, but I know he's been there for some years. In fact, let me check right quick. Let's see. Whoo! He's been with ABC since 2003. And I think it's safe to say he's helped make them billions, right? He's been there 22 years. And he made some comments. He wasn't even talking about Charlie Kirk. He was really talking about MAGA and their fake outrage. And just like that, they suspended him, embarrassed him. Out of all that work he put in, they embarrassed him, made him bow down, kiss the ring. Keep in mind, fam, Jimmy don't write the jokes. He just tell the jokes. They have other writers that do the writing. So Jimmy the only one got axed though. The writers kept on writing. They didn't get fired. The writers kept writing. The executives at the top who approved the writers' content, they all kept their jobs. But they fired Jimmy. Cowards, man. Straight cowards. ABC saw they was going to lose that money. And they were like, shit, man, we ain't finna take that type of chance, man. We're not about to lose that kind of money. We can't afford to lose that kind of money. Those shareholders would have went crazy. Let me look at something right quick here. Say some users went so far as to claim that Disney lost nearly $4 billion over the decision to suspend Jimmy Kimmel Live below in one such post. Let's see what they're saying here. But these companies lose, but they got so much power and influence. You know, they know how to rehire people. They know how to go get somebody new. They'll suffer for a few months and then they bounce right back, because really the American people collectively are a bunch of suckers. Most Americans do not have the heart. They do not have the gump. They do not have the gump to stand on business, to stick to their convictions. They'll be like, yeah, shoot them $1 or $2, and they're gonna jump ship just like that. Yeah. So that's how that go. They probably told Jimmy, Jimmy, just look in the teleprompter. Just look into the teleprompter, Jimmy, and just say you're sorry. All they want to hear is you say you're sorry, man. Just say you're sorry. People apologize every day, and they don't mean it. Every day when they get in a jam, when they say something or do something people don't like, they apologize immediately just to get back in the good graces with people that they really don't even like. They really don't respect. People that don't even respect them. I couldn't give a damn. I wish I would apologize to a bunch of people that don't like me, a bunch of people that don't give a damn whether I live or die. I wish I would apologize. A lot of times, fam, all people got to do is just hold a position. All you got to do is just stick to your guns. And most people, most of the time, things gonna work out for you. Stick to your guns; it'll work out for you. It may not work out for you in that moment, but overall, down the line, it'll work out for you overall. Stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. You really want to give somebody the satisfaction of punking you? Because you know that's what they're going to say they did. They punked you. You know they're going to say you kissed the ring, you bowed, you kissed the ring, you bowed down. You know, you got scared, they scared you. You know that's what they're going to say. You really want that on your resume? Your record? You want that on your record? I'm not going to bow down. I'll double down. I'll double down before I bow down. And Ashley say Trump 2028. And Ashley time. Is it Ann Ashley time or Ann Ashley time? In any event, oh, just kidding. P. Lou 8715, what up? Keith Braxton. Man, if everybody just stood on business when they came with that fake stuff, man, if everybody, think about it, fam. When they suspended Jimmy Kimmel, if everybody that had a subscription to Disney Channel would just cancel immediately, just like that, cancel, they would have changed their mind just like that. But they saw it coming down the pipeline. Hollywood got behind Jimmy Kimmel, and ABC got spooked again, and they weighed their options. They were like, "Damn, we got Trump over here, we got Trump and MAGA over here, and we got Jimmy over here, and Hollywood over here, and all these damn subscriptions over here." You know what? I think we can get a happy medium. We fired him. We suspended him. We did suspend. We didn't fire him. We suspended him, which meant that there was room to bring him back. So we have a little saving grace right there. You know, we stayed right there in the middle where we punished him. You know, we slapped him on the wrist, and we let him know, you know, don't be saying all that kind of stuff, and we appeased the MAGA crowd for just enough for them to feel like they accomplished something. They gave them a stern warning, and let that be a warning to all of these other commentators out there, all of these other late night, midday, early morning show hosts. You ain't gonna be cracking no jokes at our expense. Point blank, period. Now, on the flip side of that coin, we can crack all the jokes we want to. We can talk down about deceased people. We can actually talk bad about deceased people. We can crack jokes about people having cancer and how the cancer ain't working fast enough. You know, we can crack all kind of jokes, and y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it. I suspect when Jimmy come back, he gonna come back with an apology, which I think gonna be whack as hell. which I believe I wouldn't do it. I don't give a damn. I'll let them know straight up. Look, y'all want me to come back? I'm not apologizing for something I didn't do. First of all, that's number one. See, I would have said something worse than what he said. He ain't really said nothing. All he did was speak on exactly what MAGA was doing. They had politicized Charlie Kirk's death. That's exactly what they were doing. All he did was say that's what they did. But on top of everything, Jimmy didn't write the joke. The show writers wrote the joke. He just told the joke. That right there should have been enough for ABC not to suspend him. Can you imagine being in Jimmy's shoes and you doing what your boss has told you to do? And some outside entity have a problem with it, and your boss throw you under the bus, suspend you because this outside entity don't like what you did at the behest of your bosses. Can you imagine how betrayed he must feel right now? He got to know you better not trust you better not trust ABC. He better know, he better start getting it ready, better make sure he got that retirement fund ready. Better make sure he got an exit plan, because these people don't give a damn. That's the problem with getting in bed with these corporations, these brands, because they'll drop you. Oh, they'll celebrate you. They have their people around you celebrating you, telling you how great you are. You know, they be all around you, man. You ought to see how they be when they rocking with you. They give you a personal assistant. You got this person. You got a personal manager, and you call them, and everything's so great, and you're so great, and the company, everybody likes you, and and you thinking like, yeah, I feel it's a family. I feel like family. The moment they deem you to be useless or a liability, they'll cut your throat. They will cut your throat. I don't trust none of them. The only super major corporation I seen out there that had some balls was when Netflix stuck by the side of Dave Chappelle. When they stuck with Dave Chappelle, I was waiting to see them get unstuck, but they stayed down. They stayed down the whole time. Yeah. That's rare. That is rare to see that. Well, y'all know, Jimmy's monologue tomorrow. Good point, Anna. Jimmy's monologue tomorrow is going to be probably one of the most watched monologues in the history of monologues. Oh, everybody's going to be watching that tomorrow. They're going to be waiting to see what he says, waiting to hear what he says. Well, the deaf will be waiting to see what he says. But everybody else, we're going to be waiting to hear what he says. And boom, I think he's going to offer some form of apology. And he shouldn't, because he know damn well he didn't do anything wrong. And he know damn well the only people that was offended was people that don't like him. The only people that was offended by what he said is people that don't like him. I wish I would have. I ain't never apologizing to somebody that don't like me. Even if you apologize, man, they gonna, if you apologize, they're gonna respect you even less. They already don't respect you. But if you apologize, they're gonna respect you even less. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Now, the trip part about all of this, fam, is that all of these people are on the edge now. All of the late night talk show hosts, they all on the edge now. I'm waiting to see now. I didn't see it. Yes, check it out. I need to go back and see what it looked like over the weekend. But you know, SNL talk about everybody. I want to see what they said. They playing it safe. I don't like that. They playing it safe because they scared of Trump. They scared. Cowards. They playing it safe. If everybody just band together and said, you know what I'm saying, big old middle finger, like, man, I don't give a damn, nigga. I'm holding up. I'm standing my ground. I ain't giving up an inch. If everybody did that, what can they do? Nothing. Nothing. But if you will sit back and you allow them to pick off people one at a time, and you don't say nothing, you don't do nothing because they ain't got you. It ain't you. Sooner or later, they're gonna make their way to you. Even if they don't make their way to you, they're chipping away at your freedoms. Sooner or later, it'll affect you directly. Look at all of these governors, mayors sucking up to Trump. They scared to death. That woman from DC, man, she's acting like such a coward. She was all like, yeah, no, you don't need no Trump. Don't come up in here. Trump put the hammer down on her. She went in there. Now she a Trump advocate now. You can't trust her. She can't be trusted. She compromised. They bending down, they bending over, kissing the ring. Mayors, governors, senators, they all scared to death of Trump. Scared to death. If they all band together, what can he do? If all of these judges who are scared of Trump, if they band together, what can he do? Nothing. He fired, I think, what was the attorney general or something like that? I can't remember exactly. Let me see who he fired. He fired some type of high-ranking official because they wouldn't prosecute Letitia James out in New York. They wouldn't fire her. So, they wouldn't charge her. So Trump fired the U.S. attorney and fired the U.S. attorney and put somebody else in to get them to go after. If every single one of those U.S. attorneys said, no, we're not doing that. I'm not doing, he going to run out of people to fire. He going to run out of people to hire. Now, he ain't going to run out of people to hire because you don't have to have any experience to work in Washington these days. You don't need no experience. You can be selling popcorn at a stadium one day, and the very next day you the U.S. Attorney General, or you are, you running the whole board of education. So Eric Seibert, he confirmed his departure in an email to colleagues reviewed by the Associated Press, in which he praised them as the finest and most exceptional of the Justice Department employees, but made no mention of the political turmoil that preceded his resignation. So this guy, he actually ended up resigning under pressure from Trump to charge New York Attorney General Letitia James, because he could not find any evidence of wrongdoing. He for a whole month he was trying to find evidence of wrongdoing, couldn't find any. So it resulted in no criminal charges. So after being pressured by Trump, he finally resigned. So now they got another guy now they're putting in the replacement. Let's see who's the replacement. So it don't look like he got his replacement yet. But the replacement, imagine going in before you even get there, you already know that you got a job to charge somebody. If you ain't got it, so basically what they're saying is, if there ain't no charges, I need you to invent some charges. If she ain't did something wrong, I need you to invent something wrong. Supreme, what up? What's up, Sean Lunatic? DD, what it do? Diana Dirty. Mr. Jones. T. Gallagher, what's up? Keith Braxton. What's up, Verna? Who was that? Verna Bond? Oh, yeah, y'all. I got a new clothing line coming out real soon. I think y'all gonna really like this one. You're really gonna like it. I'll keep y'all close to the action, informed as it develops. But yeah, I got a clothing line coming. I ain't gonna talk it up too much, but it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. Yeah, man. Yeah. So coming soon. Coming soon. Should be right. I think right in time for the holidays. Right in time for the holidays. Y'all know this year Halloween fall on the weekend, right? Y'all know that, right? This year Halloween fell on the weekend, so I got I got some Halloween gear. Yeah, it's going down. Donnie Collins. What's up, little mama? Phyllis Driver. Marcus Payne. What's up, Marquise Payne? The Juice Man. What's up, Juice? I decided to live today. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Gary? Gary Quinlan. Fam, yeah, just imagine being in Jimmy Kimmel's shoes where you get fired for doing your job. Think about that. You actually go out and do your job and you get fired because an outside entity don't like what you did. So they just throw you under the bus instead of sticking to their man and saying, you know what? We can't fire him. He didn't do anything wrong. He read the script. Now, this is what they could have done. If they're gonna be some cowards, at least be some cowards with some integrity. Is that possible? Anyway, yeah, we know that y'all was offended by that, but that ain't Jimmy's fault. This is me speaking for a 22-year loyal employee who has made me billions. Yep, we know what he said was insensitive. But damn, guys, he's a comedian. He's a comedian, you know, and give some examples of other comedians saying insensitive things, you know, during times of mourning. You can go back, I guarantee you, you can find things that those conservatives have said about certain people on the left after they were killed. I bet you can find some disrespectful things they've said. Cite those things. Look, he was only, and whatever he said, if you was offended, you know, we're sorry that you was offended by that, but that's not Jimmy's fault, so we can't fire him. You know, he's just reading. He was just reciting what the staff wrote. But we'll keep that in mind. You know, we try to do better, you know. We'll keep that in mind going forward. Have some balls, you gutless cowards. Man. Yeah, these corporations will throw you under the bus, fam. I mean, think about what I'm saying, fam. And the reason why I'm really hot about it is because I know if they can do Jimmy Kimmel like that, I know what they'll do to my homies who do comedy. I got a whole lot of homies, like friends, who are comedians, top comedians. I don't want to hear their messages censored. I don't want them to be walking on eggshells. I don't want them to think that they can't speak their mind. That's always been the blessing and the curse of a comedian. That's been the blessing and the burden of listening to a comedian tell jokes. Sometimes the joke gonna be on you. And you just got to be okay with that. They're a comedian. The cool thing about it is that comedians get to get away with certain things that most of us don't because they are comedians. Comedians are to make light of serious situations. Now, I understand there is a fine line there, though. And this is what I mean. If I don't like comedians that go out of their way to try to say hurtful things about people. If what you're saying is you're saying it in a way to make it funny and everybody can receive it, both sides, well, everybody ain't gonna never receive everything, but if both sides can receive it and see the humor in it, that's good comedy. That's a good comedian. But if you're going in and you're attacking somebody and we're talking, you just call out millions of people and you're saying like disrespectful stuff. I'm not saying that you're speaking about truth or saying something truthful. I'm saying if you're going out of your way to be disrespectful. Sometimes people think that telling the truth is disrespectful. I don't think that. If you're speaking on the truth and you're saying it in a respectful manner, you're just speaking on it, I don't have a problem with that. Not at all. But some of these comedians, they're devil advocates. So those are different. Jimmy Kimmel ain't that type of comedian. Jimmy Kimmel ought to go there to ABC and do that monologue. Make sure it's live. I would only do it if it's live. Get to the end and be like, that is why I decided to leave this ragged ass company and work for name what I'm doing or start my own company. Yeah, go to www.jimmykimmelfree.com. Yeah, y'all mother and bounce. That's what he ought to do. That's right. Drop the mic. Like, damn, man, I don't give a damn. I don't need this ragged ass Mickey Mouse ass company. I've been wanting to get rid of this, get away from y'all. If Jimmy Kimmel stepped off right now, whatever he do, he'll have millions of people behind him. He could start a podcast just like that and have 1 million subscribers the same day. 1 million, at least, the same day. He could say, you know what, go to my website. He'll have 1 million, 5, 6 million people go sign up in one day. And from that point, all he got to do is curate. Man, I'll be like, you know what, man, let me get on up out of here, man. If he's ever gonna leave, this is the time. Well, you got to hit people when emotions are running high. Right now, emotions are running higher for him today than they ever have. He's more known today than he ever was. Bounce. And I probably slap one of the cameraman on the way out. Like, I knew you knew about that. Tell me you didn't. You know about everything, little snitch ass. Yeah, click, click. No, the cameraman don't know. I would slap the cameraman. But one of them producers know though. They know. They know. Yeah, the cameraman don't need to know nothing but what time he need to be there. That's it. What time he need to be there and how long they gonna be filming. But the producers know. Keith Braxton, Cornetta Clark. What's up, G. Johnson? D. Lou. What's up, D. Lou? Matthew Ford. What it do? Just not joining, fam. Jimmy Kimmel is back on ABC after almost 1 week suspension. Yeah, this after his Charlie Kirk comments that were really aimed at Trump and MAGA, who Jimmy claimed had politicized Charlie Kirk's death. Yeah, Disney was losing that money. They saw that money. They saw that money going out the window. They saw that stock dropping. Those stockholders started saying, "Hey, guy, hey, what the hell going on there? I don't give a damn. Get them back in there." You know, that's how the big guys do. The guys with the big stocks. Those guys that got Those guys that's sitting on that hundreds of millions of dollars in stock. I don't give a damn what happens. Get them back in there. God damn it. I'm losing fucking money left and right. I got them money's coming out my fucking ears and nose. Get them back in there. I'll fucking, you better you better have Jimmy Kimmel back in that studio by the time I hang this goddamn phone up. You hear me? But that money talk, and BS run a marathon. Money talk. They trying to act like they brought Jimmy back after they had a talk with him. We sat down and talked to Jimmy, and we got an understanding, and we decided to bring him back. Nah, y'all ain't give a damn about Jimmy. Y'all was done with Jimmy. Y'all trying to see how it's going to go over the next few days. That's why you suspended him and didn't fire him. You're trying to see what the public interest is going to be, how much pressure is coming down over the next few days. And you saw that those stocks plummeting, and you said, let's get them back in there. Hell, we can't stand another day. And those, like I say, those big boys called, get Jimmy. I'm telling you, I'll fucking come there and I'll strangle you myself if Jimmy is not back in that studio before I get off this damn phone. I'm telling you, 10, 9, 8. Look, it's impossible to have him on the phone, have him back in the studio. This time, I think he's somewhere in Malibu right now. It's impossible to get him in the studio, but I can get him on the phone. Okay, hold on. Jimmy. Oh, thank God you answered the phone. Look, well, keep Shockley on the phone. Hold on. Hello, Jimmy. You have nothing to worry about, man. Hey, I appreciate everything you've done. These guys at ABC, they're assholes, but you're going to be back working by Tuesday. What's the earliest he can get in? He can get in Monday? Can we get him in Monday? Okay, Tuesday, you'll be back. All right. Okay. All right, Jimmy, you good? You all right? Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Okay. Yeah. Everything's good. Okay. Yeah, man. That's that paper, baby. That's that paper, the almighty dollar. That ain't got nothing to do with their conscience. They ain't got no conscience. All of the comedians worldwide should just band together and just all of them should just go in all week. Like every venue, they can't shut down everybody. Those venues, they can be like, oh, one person, two people can get boycotted. Okay. But let every single comedian in the US say, I'm not playing. And watch what happens. Start having to give up them refunds. They can't book shows. Oh, something will change real fast. All people got to do is stick together. Stick together. That's it. Stick together. Tommy Harris, Chris Williams, what's up? See, that's how they get you, fam. If you sit back and allow them to pick off people one at a time, that's the only way they can be successful. But when they try to um, harm somebody, when they try to harm an innocent person, and everybody just stand up and go in at the same time, you do that because you know you cannot let this person have that type of power, because even if they don't make their way to you, they make their way to suppressing your ideas, suppressing your thoughts, suppressing your words, your actions, because it ends up being a way of life. Now you can't do certain things because now you afraid it's going to happen to you. So that's why we got to stick together. That's why you got to come together on certain things and just say, nah, we can't allow that to happen, because if he get away with that, he going to try it again. He going to try somebody else, and this person, then that person. Next thing you know, shit, we all going to be under his rule. The people that's sitting back thinking and watching this stuff happen from the sidelines, they thinking that they're safe. But what happens is your dumb ass being used as a pawn and as muscle, as voices, as resources to help this person achieve his goal to oppress these people over here. The more he oppresses them, the more power he gets overall. Now, when he feels like it, he can turn that power towards you. It ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it, because you didn't gave him too much power. You didn't put the power in his hands. Marcus B, what up? Barbara Johnson. Lil Mama. Fresty. Why is the world so crazy? Rock B. Buckhorse DC. What up? What's up, Clinton Tyler? Ernest Walker. OSU 92. Exposing the truth. Sweet Georgia. Maestro Johnson. What's up? All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.